Okay, I think we are live. Greetings and salutations.
Why?
Welcome to the House of Commons Subcommittee on Kind Resources. There's a little bit of chaos still ongoing, but we're just going to sit and chat for a bit, I think.
Yes, I'm gonna.
So, in terms of the table layout, the lower right-hand corner, from the viewer's perspective, is our first player, which is going to be Rob. Rob's prey is Dan in the lower left. Dan is preying, or my predator, I'm in the upper left, and then to my right is Sterling. We have chosen to not reveal the decks we're playing ahead of time to maintain a little bit of mystery in the metagame. I'm pretty sure Rob is playing a relatively well-known deck. Dan has indicated he's playing something brand new. I am playing something I have played before, but I'm not sure if I've done it on a recording or on stream, to be honest. Sterling, you said it's a modification of one you've played before?
You asked the question whether it's a new deck or a modification, which I replied is yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have the snarky answer.
Yes. So the correct response is that this is a new deck that I'm hoping works. We'll see.
All right, cool. Well, since we know that Rob is our leading individual,
Heyo.
you should get started, Rob.
So first
You
of
have
all,
one
let's,
transfer.
Okay,
Rob's turn.
we have made it Rob's turn, and actually I'm just going to go ahead and do a
Save. Nice.
save. Just
Master.
people remind me to do that. If you don't see it, do the notification down in the little chat area.
Will do.
Power Base Berlin.
You can't play that.
Can't play
it
that
requires a Ventrue.
Ah! That's bad.
So, Rob, I do want to really emphasize this a couple times. If it requires a certain thing, you must have that out.
Yeah, I'm bad at reading.
So I'm guessing Rob's playing a Ventrue deck, and this is just like a spitball in the dark. I may have psychic powers.
You would never know.
Well, Dan,
So that is if there is an actual logo of the type on the MasterCard.
Yes, if it has a type of some sort, that type must be under your control at the time you bring it out. If you later lose that type, you can still have it out. So, completely hypothetically, like, cards to take control of someone else temporarily to get something good, that's always kind of cool.
Alright, so I'm going to drop Anarch Troublemaker, because that
Okay.
doesn't have any fun logos.
It doesn't.
quote, Dan's saying, quote, of hypothetically, by the
Yeah,
way.
totally hypothetically. But if you were, in fact, playing, like, a Setite or Bali deck that let you take control of other people's stuff, that would be the way to go. So that's your master face.
That is, I am at my influence. I have to put one thing on one thing. Oh. Let's see.
Real Sophie's choice.
There we go. Boop. I don't even know what that means.
A person named Sophie had to make a choice.
So it's almost become a meme now that you compare anything to Sophie's Choice, no matter how inappropriate that comparison is.
The actual Sophie's choice is a woman having to choose which of her kids she saves from dying.
Oh.
And the more trivial the choice that I compare to it, the more entertaining it is. Entertaining in a very broad sense. So Master Phase, I have WMRH Talk Radio.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not playing that deck then.
What's your Intercept deck?
Yeah.
Two full decks right behind each other would be hilarious, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
two Intercept decks, like constantly contesting unique master location cards.
All right.
Fun
my
thing.
Eagle Sight, your Eagle Sight.
That's my discard. I think I'm done. You'll also know, by the way, this is WMRH Talk Radio as opposed to News Radio. which has a slightly different set of conditions and restrictions.
Okay. Well, I'm going to zip straight to influence. And Prime, it looks like you missed the blood for your transfers.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Thank you. It has been changed. Oh, it's a weenie deck.
Maybe.
A weenie Malk Ventrue deck. That's interesting.
Okay. Anyway, that's me. I probably should discard it, but oh well.
Eh.
So, yeah, let's see how much information we get out of Sterling's first turn.
Probably nothing unless he's playing a deck that's so small he can bring out a minion on the first turn.
Or a fun master card.
Yeah, but usually the master card won't reveal much because it doesn't have any clan affiliations yet.
So if going straight to influence, I think I'm going to skip my discard phase at this time.
Okay. So all we know is he has something that's bigger than a 4-cap, which is unsurprising as Sterling likes mid to big cap vampires.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a negative. It's just your decks tend to be like, oh man, there's a terrible vampire out. Versus like, oh no, it's 16 copies of some minor panderer who does nothing useful.
I want to get rid of something, but I like all the things in my hand. It's a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, that is rough.
Alright, we're going to drop... I don't want to drop it, but whatever, we will. I'm going to discard a conditioning and draw a card.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Alright. Untap, master, minion, influence.
Andy saved the game. Yay!
That's 4. So, there we go.
Interesting. That's Tzimisce?
It is. So I've got a Tzimisce out with superior vicissitude and aspects and inferior animalism.
So yeah, I think this is actually an interesting flavor play on Dan's part. Last time he was playing Blood Brothers. This week he's playing Tzimisce, who performed the flesh crafting to make the Blood Brothers.
That is true.
True facts.
And it is my...
Next week, Dan will be playing Kane.
Yeah. It is my discard. I don't want to discard anything. And B, it is your turn. And by the way, your video is breaking up considerably. Just F.
Okay.
Yes, that was a thing I was going to mention.
I will turn
But
it off.
Andy's video is probably not breaking up to Andy, so...
Yeah.
That's why we should mention it to him.
All right.
Well, but he's the
Okay.
one who's recording.
Well, I don't see why.
And now
I
his audio is
shouldn't
much nicer.
Attempt to bleed.
Yeah, that's a legitimate statement.
I. Is it fair to assume that no one does anything about that?
I'm not. Sterling?
I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
That's my pool there.
So I
Hey, everybody check your pool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to
never
remind that for myself.
okay.
Prime got it.
So you blood me, correct? Sorry, I was
Yes.
chatting with the Hans Reiner.
Ah,
Move
because
for 1.
someone needs to be congratulated.
Well, yes.
Okay.
So we should move on.
Yep. So that was minion influence. Let's see. Gonna 4 transfers there, which will now appropriately vanish from my pool. I will discard to the top of my ash heap. Draw to replace. You will notice what went into my discard was an enhanced senses, perhaps revealing something about the nature of the deck.
Yeah.
There's Intercept in it.
Yeah, it's
And
Malkavian
Sterling,
with
you're up.
superior aspects.
All right, my turn?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go basically straight to influence.
Hopefully, at this point, we will now know what he has in his deck. If not, I'm getting very concerned. Which I guess also tells us something.
His entire crypt is 12 copies of Salat.
I knew it!
Well, Dan, cross-table ally.
Oh,
Yep.
man! Tzimisce! Oh dear. Oh, dear.
Okay, well, that's group 4.
Sterling,
They're both group 4. This is fantastic.
Yeah. Speaking of cross-table allies, Sterling, we might need to coordinate a few things
Well,
about our crypts. I'm just mentioning this.
well, perhaps. I'm trying to do something a little bit unique with the Tzimisce. We'll see how this works.
I'm just noting this as a very specific, because of what you brought out, I can tell you we need to talk about our crypts at some point. Because I also have that vampire.
Well, fair enough.
Which is
I'm
just
hoping
hilarious.
I'm hoping you're not trying to bring her out next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 8 transfers on her next turn.
Go for it. Anyways, I am done with my turn.
All right.
Rob.
Snurf. All right. How about an early Pentex subversion on Lady Zara Zlatikov? How do people feel about that?
Sterling, you are the first person that gets to choose about this, as you're being targeted.
Fair enough. You're just bleeding yourself for 2.
Yep.
I'm choosing not to do anything about it. Andy?
As your cross-table buddy pal, have at it.
Boop. All right. And then I will move to influence. Make sure I know the right number of things to be putting on things.
Things on things, dog.
Dog. Okay. And then...
Ooh. That would be wrong.
Oh, it's Emerson. Okay, it's this deck.
Yeah, I'm really boring. I'm a boring person. I don't do things like
I'm just angry because
decks.
now I don't have any, I've used my good jokes about this, so I can't keep using jokes about Emerson, Lake, and Bomber. And my
Well,
other
that
joke
was
was
never a
maybe...
very good joke to begin with, Dan.
Okay, first off, you're lying. And 2, the only other thing I can say is, man, your deck is amazing because I didn't think you could put that many Bloods with Crypts without getting into trouble. Which also isn't a terribly good joke.
At least you know it.
All right, my turn?
Yep.
Master, nope. Minion. Hey, I have a minion. Hey, what the dealio? I'm bleeding ya. Andy?
Yeah, have at it.
Awesome, you're bled for 1.
Sweet. I didn't like that particular counter in my pool anyway.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I shall lose 3 as well. Discard. I don't want to discard anything. Your turn.
Sweet. Untap. No master. Minion. So, yeah, Lady Zara Slatikov over there can't block. So I see no particularly good reason why I shouldn't go ahead and attempt to bleed.
All right, for how much?
Just one.
Next turn, Sterling, I might try to get that off you.
That'd be most appreciated.
Yeah, that seems like a good move.
This one should have 4 in it, not 3. I'm sorry.
Influence.
Nope, not life.
The darn life counters.
Gain blood, and I should lose 1 more. And I'm going to step out for just a moment.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second. You can assume up until it gets to Rob's turn, I probably am not going to do anything about it.
Okay.
If Rob does something, I might bother him.
All right. Well, that means we miss out whatever joke Dan would have had to say about Marcellus here. He's the Cameroon Prince of Monaco.
Dan will, of course, mention it when he gets back.
Oh, yeah, almost certainly. But yeah, anyway. Say hello to
He's
Marcellus.
a guy.
So now there's 2 princes on the table, so...
Getting some prince stuff going.
All right. Gotta
Hopefully
lose.
Andy and I can become a very powerful voting bloc.
I am going to discard, and I'm actually going to discard another Enhanced Senses. Because I drew too many of those. All right, Sterling, you're up.
Okay. All right. I have nothing till influence, so let me take a peek. Okay. Do I want to discard anything?
I'm back.
Stanley.
Exactly.
So yeah, we were commenting during your absence that our audience is missing out on any jokes you have about Marcellus entering the controlled region.
I got nothing really.
All right. So discarded a card, and I'm done.
I mean, seriously, you have nothing given the low bar you've already established?
I mean, like, does anyone find it like I can make a joke about him being the Prince of Monaco and not Marseille because Marcel. It's not anything good.
I appreciate your discretion, Dan.
The most stereotypical toreador ever. Let me stand dramatically with art in front of a moon as birds fly behind me as I gaze into the distance. Anyway. I believe that means it's Rob's turn.
All right. Untap. Master.
Now you can play that card.
No one is playing Power Base Berlin. Minion. Oh, wait. I have to let you guys... Anybody moves about the Power Base Berlin that I just said no one was playing that I totally played?
I'm not doing anything. Sterling?
I'm not worrying about that.
Okay. I am going to Move to minion. Move to bleed. Bleedy, bleedy, bleed.
Okay. Are you not? It's just a standard bleed for right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see here. I'm going to use Forced Awakening. I would like to block. Blocky, block, block.
Blocky, block, block. That is literally a thing that you can do.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right.
Okay.
You're acting.
I'm acting. Okay, so no moves, no change of range or whatever it is. Maneuvers, that's what they call it, yeah.
All right. I am... This card doesn't say when to play it, so I assume I can play it at any point.
Well, let's see the goods.
Rob, what are you doing?
Oh, strikes. I would like to force of personality strike combat ends.
Oh, that's pretty rough. Well, I will play telepathic tracking, and no, it doesn't.
Whoa.
We both burn a blood for our respective cards.
Yes.
And we just start a new round of combat.
Oh, fun. Yay.
So, do you have anything pre-range, sir?
No.
I do. I'm playing Horde Form. I have +1 strength, and I can prevent 1 damage because I played a Vicissitude card. I get to draw 2 cards.
What's the? How are you getting to draw 2 cards?
Duality. Whenever you play a card that requires Vicissitude.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay,
so does that permanently expand your hand size?
I will have to discard down when everything is done.
Okay.
No, I think you would draw 2 cards, discard 1 immediately.
Oh.
Because you get to keep your cards up until you're done with the thing. Like anything that gives you card draws is usually at the end of the combat or end of your action. You discard down.
Well, anyway, did we decide
I always thought it
on
was always
maneuvers?
discard down to your maximum hand size immediately, but
Yeah, I think.
Let me check here. But anyway, that's pre-range. I'm not maneuvering. Are you?
No maneuvers.
All right. Tell me what your strike is.
Majesty at advanced.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'll let it happen.
Boop, boop.
And I will discard down. So I will discard this card.
Okay.
is Emerson going to try and do anything other than bleed?
Almost certainly.
I will discard this card.
No, I am okay. I will move to influence, do some influency stuff. Actually, that might not have been what I wanted to do. Does anybody want to let me go back to minion phase?
Have at it.
No. Okay. Yes. Good. I would like to govern the unaligned at advance to do some stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, your Predator and Prey get to declare their intentions to block.
I will not block
Who
this
would
time.
like to block? No blocks.
I will not block either.
Okay.
Which is a completely voluntary action.
Blocking?
He has Pentex Subversion. That's the joke.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm a dick, sorry.
That is literally what this game is about.
Boop.
By the way, now you know what happens if I block you.
Cool. In that case, I will move to influence for realsies. That was the wrong thing. Gus turned it. Set gain life to 0, if possible to select on menu. There we go. Okay. And then this guy, Walter Nash.
Alright.
And move to discard. Happily get rid of that.
And so I think this is also the time for Dan's requisite joke about Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Exactly. Okay, it's my turn. Untap. Master Phase. Hey, Sterling, you might appreciate this. The Path of Metamorphosis. All vicissitude cards cost 1 less for every Tzimisce.
Okay. So how does responses go? First, Andy.
Andy goes first.
Yeah, nothing from me.
Rob.
Sudden reversal.
Alright, I get the pool back. Ashy. Pool. Boop, boop. That's fine. So. That's my master. Minion! Sterling, I'm going to burn Pentex Subversion.
That'd be most appreciated.
Okay, it goes. There we go. Pentex Subversion is burned. Huzzah.
Dear Rob, you might need to do the thing to put that in your ash heap.
Ah, yes.
I will bring out Lumija Rakovsky.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, a bishop.
Yep.
Yes.
What's that expansion symbol? I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
I don't actually remember which one that is. It's one of the newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so hypothetically, we had responses to him burning Pentex Subversion, or no?
It was a directed action, so the only person who could do anything about it was Sterling.
Unless you have a card that lets you block
that
things
card.
that are not targeted
Yeah.
to you.
Okay, sorry.
I will discard a card. I will draw a card. I am done.
All right.
As a note, Andy, you have the edge.
Thank you for the reminder.
I am noting this once so everyone remembers to check it at the beginning of the game. I have now done my good deed.
Yeah, indeed.
Save the game. Oh, it is. It just got saved. Nice.
Right.
And I bumped my blood up, and I didn't bring it back down. So because I did what I did for getting the thing canceled. So there we go. That's all correct.
Well, I might just have to start doing things without any clear goal in mind, just to try and cycle cards. Oh, hey, Rob. You dropped.
I dropped. I may resume my auto-saved game when all players reconnect. Let's see. Server. Connects to game matching server. Fernell's game. Join selected game. I'm kind of back. Load the game states.
Load the game state.
Boop. Game state loaded.
Okay, that's
Thank
good.
you. Sorry.
Oh, and it looks like we lost the edge.
The new edge is coming.
Sweet. All right. Okay. So in that case, well, let's try and figure out what interesting things are in Sterling's deck. Marcellus would like to bums rush the good lady.
She will attempt to block.
Okay, yeah.
It just gets rid of the free maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, block successful. So, before ranged, I am going to procure a concealed weapon.
Okay.
In the form of this 44 Magnum, which I will pay for.
She's going to, before range,
Yay!
go to horrid form at superior.
Okay.
I so wish Path of Metamorphosis had stayed out. But maybe Sterling has one, and that would be great.
Okay, well, then I'm going to use my optional maneuver from the Magnum to maneuver it along.
Let's be close.
Oh, you have that card too, Sterling! Yay!
Surprise, surprise.
So I think we have those two cards in together for our decks. This is not revealing anything, by the way, because if you're a Tzimisce deck and you don't have these cards, what up?
Okay, well, no, let's seriously maneuver it along.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that should actually be on him. I'll burn a blood for that. Okay, so we're currently at long range, and I have an optional
Okay.
press.
Okay.
All
Your
right.
strike?
Yep, my strike is going to be with the Magnum for 2.
I will dodge that.
Okay.
Would you like to press?
I will choose not to press.
Oh.
Sterling, will you choose to press?
That is an interesting question.
I do believe you would need to have 2 presses, because he can press to end with his press, just as a reminder. Unless you're just cycling press cards out.
Where would his second press come from?
He has 1 press, which he chose not to press to continue with. But if you
Okay.
press to continue, he can press to end.
I won't bother then.
Okay.
Assuming I remember how those presses work, you can always revise your choice of press if...
Oh, that's fair. So did you ever actually look up the that other ruling that we were curious about drawing cards?
Give me a sec here. It helps if I'm looking at the right thing here. It does say immediately.
Okay.
So noted.
That is kind of what I thought.
That is good to note.
All right. So let's see. In that case, let's try and... Zoe would like to attempt to bleed.
For how much?
Just 1. Okay.
No block or defenses, so are you going to bump that up?
Nope, it's going to stay at 1.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
Influence.
So as he's saying in that, so I'm guessing, and this is not official, so don't feel any need to reveal this, but I'm guessing that means you're a Malkavian Celerity gun deck?
Well, notice I have a Malk and a Toreador, so...
Okay, so you're
I don't think I have a particular clan affiliation.
People with guns. Guns that shoot.
Kids with guns. Boom, boom.
Ooh, gorillas.
Yep.
Kids with guns is better than gorillas with guns.
I don't know.
Well, contemplate. Let's do it. 4 transfers. Sterling, you're up.
Okay. Untap. No master. Minion. Alright, what do I want to do?
No clue.
She would like to soul decoration at inferior. So just a straight bleed.
Oh, interesting. Bleed at 1 stealth. Fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm getting the blood.
But
Yep.
yes.
Currently at 1 stealth.
Let's see. Okay, I don't think I can do anything about that. So, I choose not to do anything about that.
That'll be for
I'm being
2.
bled. For 2. Bloop. There we go.
Here, sir, you has the edge.
So much fun things. Alright. Alright, let me make sure I have... Up next is Drusilla.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, you have 2 Ventrue out. Interesting.
Oh no! By the way, we should save the game at this point, Andy.
Yep, thanks.
Oh boy.
For those listening at home, Drusilla's special ability is I may take control of a ready Ventrue for a D action that costs 2 blood.
Note, Rob, this is important to note. It is not at stealth, so you might want to leave someone handy to block.
Fair enough.
All right,
Or
I think
tap
I'm
out, which means then he can't. If he takes control of a tapped minion.
But I think I'm going to discard a card and draw another one. All right, and I am done. Rob, it is your turn.
Okay.
Man, stuff's getting crazy here. These are some mean decks.
Well, this is VtES, right? If you're not playing a mean deck, right, you might as well go home.
It's true. Got any master phase actions, Rob?
I already used mine.
Oh yeah, you did. You're out of turn master. Correct.
Bloop, bloop. There we go. Now we're in minion phase. And I am thinking about some things that I might want to do. Probably, which is... Oh, man.
And so, do keep in mind you have that Anarch Troublemaker.
Yep, he can tap stuff controlled by me. Of course, if he uses it,
Yeah.
I get it.
Then yeah.
So make sure when you use it, it is worth using.
Interesting. Okay, so...
I mean, I'm just pointing out that's there. I would ultimately prefer that you don't use it, because then Dan would get it and start destroying my guns.
Yes. But as soon as he destroys one of your guns, it goes back to you.
Yeah.
But then I don't have a gun.
That's true. Hopefully you have more than one gun in your deck.
There's a long, awkward pause from Andy. My gun deck has one gun. Is that a design flaw?
Oh no. There's quite a few actually.
I imagine. I'm just. I prefer my mental image. Thank you. Don't mess with my headcanon.
All right, I think time for voting.
Who's calling this vote?
Walter Nash would like to call Parity Shift.
Walter Nash would like to call Parity Shift.
So tap him.
Awesome. Ludmilla would like to attempt to block with the help of Talk Radio.
Oh. That works.
Awesome. So you know Parity Shift.
Bleep bleep. Now we enter combat.
We do. Do you have anything before range, Rob?
Nothing before range.
Okay. I do. Mine is Horde Form.
Okay.
Do you have any maneuvers, Rob?
No maneuvers.
I see no reason to maneuver either. I'm ready for strikes when you are.
Okay. My strike will be Majesty at Superior.
Awesome.
Oh, that's that.
Yep.
Spends a blood.
Yes.
And gets to untap.
That is right.
Fun times.
Super tappy fun times. I don't know if you said super happy or super tappy, but I'm going to go with super tappy because that'd be an excellent pun.
Yeah,
It is.
that's fair.
Okay.
So he can do another political action, just not that one. Should that be
Walter
relevant?
Nash would like to bleed. For one for now.
Let me look here. Okay. Ludmilla will use Sense the Savage Way to untap and attempt to block.
That's a thing that happens. We enter combats.
All right. Do you have any pre-range?
No pre-range.
I don't have any pre-range. Do you have any maneuvers?
No maneuvers.
I'm ready for strikes when you are.
Majesty at Superior. I can strike with the same strike twice.
Yeah.
Do you have the card? You do need that.
I did put it on the table. If it hasn't showed up yet, then I'm probably secretly
Great,
disconnected.
you're about to drop.
Yeah.
Save the game right now, Andy.
Yeah.
Fun!
Excellent.
I have no idea why this problem is specific to you.
And better yet, like, we're still connected on Skype. The internet is fine.
I do want to emphasize to our viewers that this is truly a problem that is specific to Rob. The rest of us
there
have
you go.
none of this issue. But as soon as Rob...
As soon as I disconnect. Boop, boop, boop. Am I back?
Yep.
You are.
Hey,
Let's load the game.
Lotus the game. Okay.
Excellent.
So, here is the card that I said I put on the table.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Derp, what?
Cool.
What is even happening?
That I don't know how the
I
game
have
happened.
legitimately no idea. Is anything actually changing? I'm so confused.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's stuff to Andy's crypt. It was incorrect. The amount of blood on it.
What is... Every time I do anything, it just, like, starts putting blood counters on things.
That doesn't sound good.
Did Andy's thing break?
Try clicking off the out of the game thing and back in. Maybe something got stuck. A button got stuck or something.
All
Nope,
right.
still doing it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. What is happening?
I can't interact with anything without putting blood on it.
That will make this interesting.
You were able to move that gun around, weren't you?
I moved that gun.
Oh.
Okay, so I appear to... Nope, now I'm burning blood.
From your... Oh, man. What is going on? Okay, well, should I proceed or should we worry about this? Did you just...
Finish doing your thing,
Okay.
and then if we need to, we can save the game state, all leave, and come back in and see if that resolves it.
Good call. Walter Nash would like to call kind resources contested.
Oh, no, that's terrible. All right, Ludmilla will use Read the Winds to wake and block.
So much waking and blocking.
Yeah, it's really funny how these wall decks work.
All right.
You're the acting minion, man. Lead. Just if you're ready for strikes, just say it.
I'm ready for strikes.
So am I.
Hands.
Oh, you're out of majesties? Okay, my strike is Chiropractian Marauder for 1 ag.
That's gonna hurt.
You're torped.
Yes, I am.
He doesn't burn a blood, though.
Oh.
The
he
first
doesn't take
aggravated damage just sends them to torpor.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So sad, so true.
Okay.
So he can...
Oh, wait. I do want to keep going. I can do...
So he's also tapped, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tapped. When he wakes next time, he can try to rescue himself. However, if he's blocked, it means it's time, and he can be diablerized, which would mean it would be time for a vote for blood hunts.
Theoretically, Emerson could also attempt to rescue him, and then freak drive and tap.
Emerson is gonna attempt to pull Walter out of torpor. That costs
+1 stealth, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Now, also, let me just quickly. Who had the edge, by the way?
I thought Sterling.
Okay, Sterling did. Okay, so just as another quick clarifying note here, if he were to be blocked, hypothetically, I believe that would mean since he wants a self-rescue, I can't immediately diablerize Sir Walter Nash.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is the disadvantage of the attempting to rescue yourself.
All right, so if you would not mind tapping there, Rob?
Boop, boop.
Okay.
So yeah, before you pay for that, there's people get
chance to block.
Chance to
block.
Let me look here. Yeah, sure. Hey, guess what? Ludmilla would like to read the winds and block.
Fantastic. She can play as many of those same reaction cards as she wants.
Yep. You can't on the same. I can't play it on the same action, so I can't keep reading the winds to buff my intercept. But on new actions, I can absolutely keep doing it.
Okay.
So prior to range, do you have anything pre-range?
Nothing.
I do. Mine is horrid form.
Yay.
All right. I have no maneuvers. Do you have any maneuvers?
Nope.
All right. My maneuver is to strike you for 2.
Yeah, my maneuver is to pretend to strike you for 1, but then it's prevented.
Exactly.
Okay.
You should lose 2 blood, by the way.
For attempting?
No, for me punching you.
Oh, that's right.
Now, you could totally freak drive awake, but then you'll only have 1 blood, so you'll have to split the costs or have him pay for it. So.
Well, I feel like if I freak drive awake, I inevitably run into you coming back up.
That's entirely possible.
So another thing to point out is if you don't freak drive awake, you'll have nobody to block if Sterling attempts to take control of your Ventrue.
Of course,
That is true.
he can take control of a tapped Ventrue who can't do anything.
Dan?
Yeah, that's why you want a blocker.
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm just clarifying that Andy is making a statement that is objectively inaccurate, so I'm factually correcting this. You can freak drive awake if you wish to block Sterling.
Oh, I see. It's until end of turn. Okay, yeah.
It's not for the whole game. That would be incredibly overpowered.
But I mean, if my minions are untapped and you take control of it, then they come to you untapped.
That's correct.
Sorry, tapped.
But if you're tapped out, you can't stop him from bleeding you. So it's kind of a mixed bag. You're kind of screwed either way.
But if she takes that direct action, she taps.
Yes.
Directed action. Okay. All right.
So you can decide what you want to do. Just to be factually correct here, there's benefits to both.
Yep.
Please make your choice.
Yeah, I will freak drive to wake him back up. At advanced, I have advanced. We have advanced. We have advanced. Okay, cool.
Is he doing anything else this turn?
Just losing blood. And then influence. I will.
Why did you draw back up?
Add some bloods to this card. Boop. Where?
Andy, are you still having the give blood to everything problem?
Apparently not.
Yay! You should save things now because it's the end of Rob's turn, and this is a likely case where things will go horribly wrong. Done, Rob?
No, I'm going to discard. After putting a counter on a card in my hand. Yay. Okay, cool. Boop.
Alright, I'm untapping. Alright, Master Phase. No Master.
Okay.
Minion Phase. Ludmilja would like to find an army of rats. Any blocks?
Let's see. Yeah. Marcellus will untap with Second Tradition.
Okay.
Be right back.
Right.
No problem. Block is successful.
Okay.
I am the actor. I have no pre-range. Do you have any pre-range?
Yeah, I'm going to use my maneuvered along.
That's not a pre-range. That's a maneuver.
Oh, yeah, no pre-range in that case.
Oh, actually, let me pause that. Let me look at this again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to play Skin Trap pre-range. You can't dodge, and you can, in fact, not make strikes at all unless you burn a blood right now.
Okay.
You can still maneuver.
Okay. I'll
But
burn a blood.
all right. Okay.
So, yeah,
You're
maneuvered
maneuvering
along.
along. I will not maneuver.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Sounds good to me.
My strike is wave at you.
My strike is two ranged ag. Or 2 ranged, sorry, not aggravated.
Yeah, so that is
Goddamn,
not
that would
ag.
be insane.
That would be. So I'm sent to torpor. All right.
All right.
So that was that. Let me take a look here. All right. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to let's see here. Forward pressure or backwards pressure? All right. I will go to my discard.
Okay.
Discard time. I will draw. And I am done.
Okay. So
And back.
Welcome back.
I'm up then?
Yep.
Yay, untap. No master. Okay. Thus begins ye old minion phase.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Okay. Marcellus is going to attempt to nose of the hound on the good lady.
All right, successful.
Okay. So yeah, I have no pre-ranged.
Me neither.
All right. I've got maneuvered along.
All right, successful.
Okay then. Let me see here. My strike will be 3 from my gun.
No, your strike is 2, and then you have 2 additional strikes, which does
Yeah.
total of 6.
Correct.
I think he meant he's doing 3 strikes from his gun, which for a total of 6.
Which is different, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Aim presses.
No presses.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Do I have further shenanigans? I'm not sure if I do. Oh, great. Rob, you just fell off the earth.
We should save right now. There we go. Whenever that happens, the immediate response is save really fast.
Rob, you there?
Sorry, had my mic muted too, so I was just kind of talking at my computer screen for a second there.
Oh, yeah, you dropped again.
Yeah, I noticed. Erp.
So do you have like a firewall running, or
I am fairly certain we all have firewalls
okay?
running, don't
Is it
we?
possible that your firewall does not have an exception for Lackey, or that there is some weird
Is it
thing? Oh, you're back.
Possible that your face doesn't have an exception for Lackey?
I'm
Is that
fine.
possible? I'm kidding. I'm just being a jackass.
I'm just pointing out, like, of the people whose faces have problems with this game, it would be yours.
Yeah, no, that is distinctly true.
Oh, well.
I have no explanation.
That save didn't appear to do anything. Balls.
Oh.
I know it because he's still in. He's got his right pool, and Sterling is Lady Zara is emptied. So it seems like we're back
no,
to
Rob has 30 pool, 0 hand, and 0 library.
Oh, because it was saved after his. So anything that was
Yeah.
public. So draw back your thing and set your
Yeah,
pool.
our attempts to avoid that failed because,
We need to do it every turn.
yeah, I guess we just need to like basically spam save because he seems to be dropping even more frequently than he usually does.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is happening? Do we not have access to these supposed autosaves?
I mean, I can try and load from autosave. Do you want me to? We can always load back to this saved game if it totally
Sure.
borks us.
Oh, I just...
Okay. So the autosave was prior to all the shooting on Sterling.
So yeah,
Wait, let me...
should we
let
just
me
replay those cards?
Yeah, that's probably the
What does this
easiest
do?
way to go.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just let me handle the loading.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's-
sorry, go ahead.
Someone stop doing the autosaves. It's moving my cards further and further back.
save. Okay, so Marcellus is tapped. I had played this card
Yes.
and this card, I believe,
Yes.
and
Which cost
he
you a
was
plus.
down to 5, correct?
Yep. And Sterling was at 0 for Zara, and that was that. Save the game right
Game
now.
saved. All right. Yeah, this is annoying.
I believe we could all save the game at the end of our turn, and then someone can just load at whoever was the most recent turn.
I suppose, yeah.
Or you
Why
can
does the autosave not actually save at the end of each turn?
I have no idea when it saves, to be honest.
That's craziness.
Because I don't think it gives me a notification, at least, when it's saving.
It doesn't.
Okay. Oh. Well, I'm going to make some transfers. Putting myself in a precarious position, to say the very least. But anyway, Sterling, you're up.
Alright. Untap. Sadly, no masters. She would like to hunt. By like to hunt, I mean she has to hunt.
Blocks? No blocks.
Wait, who gets first?
Rob.
Rob.
No blocks. That
Um,
was no blocks. Okay, everyone heard. Cool.
okay. Yeah, no blocks.
Alright. She gains a blood. Alright. Rob, I'm sorry. She would like to take control of Emerson Bridges.
Can Emerson Bridges try to block this?
Yes, he can.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I would like to try to block this.
It's at 2 stealth.
It's a 2 stealth. Well, crud.
I have changed my mind about blocking this.
Yeah, okay. That happens. Here's Emerson Bridges till the end of the turn.
Emerson Bridges would like to diablerize Walter Nash.
Oh,
Oh, I know where this is going. Oh, this is horrible.
all right.
Why do you think I apologized ahead of time?
Sure.
This is going to be beautiful to the audience at home. Watch this, remember this, and we're all going to slow clap at the end of this turn. No blocks.
Alright.
Sir Walter Nash is dead forever.
Yep. Alright. The blood hunt is called. Emerson Bridges feels so terrible about diablerizing his friend and clanmate that he's voting against himself, as is Lady Zara. So far, 3 votes to the destruction of Emerson Bridges.
I'll toss a vote against on the incredibly off chance you're going to voter cap or manipulate this in some way.
Well,
I wouldn't-
I've also got 2 votes against
2
from
votes.
Marcellus.
You do. Let me pause that then. Let me completely pause.
Well, you can't vote, Dan, because your bishop is in
in
torpor.
So I can't do
So-
diddly. I'm
So
staying
far,
out.
it's 3-2 for the destruction of Emerson Bridges.
Who had the edge? Who had the last successful bleed?
That's a good question. Wasn't
I'm
it still
going back to
Sterling?
look. I'm going back to confirm.
Because I think you shut down Rob's attempt to do absolutely anything on his turn, and I didn't bleed.
You didn't believe, so it must be. Yeah, Sterling still has the edge then. Okay. Going once.
Going twice.
He's dead.
All right.
So yeah, Rob, that was a really unfortunate turn for you.
All right.
All right. Influence. I have nothing for influence. Discard. Let's see. I'm going to discard a card and draw a library card. Ooh. Wished I had that a moment ago. Oh. And Rob, it is your turn.
All right. Untap.
Curious how you
Master.
have 2 vampires at that level and only 17 pool.
Did I miss a transfer?
Did something? Yeah. So let's see. You had Emerson.
Who was an 8 cap? Other guy who was a 7 cap.
So
I
that's
dropped.
So you should be at least at 15. So
and you should be Sterling bled you for 2.
Yeah.
And 1 more, so it's 3. So you should be at 12, I think.
What was the one more?
He did the bleed for 2 that he stealthed up, and then I think didn't he do a bleed for 1 way back early on?
I do not know.
Because he's had the edge twice.
Okay.
Okay.
Minion influence. I will.
Give me a sec here.
To 8.
Actually, in fact, I think a lot of people's pools were messed up by that autosave, because mine's also wrong. Because I've spent 14, and I'm at 19, and that's not right. So I should be at 16. And I don't think I've been bled successfully yet.
Oh, you're coming.
Well, howdy, I'm the Prince of Dallas.
God darned it with the life and the blood.
I'm not sure how you keep hitting life. There's a gain blood button right in the middle of the...
Yeah, but it's so inelegant. Okay. Now I have a guy.
You do have
Move
a guy.
to discard. Discard a card, draw a card, pass turn.
My turn. All right, let's start things off. Untap. I'll untap Ludmilla in a second. Boop, boop. I'm playing Path of Metamorphosis.
Yeah. Nothing from me.
Rob? You have another
Sudden reversal.
All right.
Glad someone's drawing into their sudden reversals.
Yeah, Duality would like to attempt to do I want to rescue Ludmilla or not? That's tough. Nah, Duality wants to get an army of rats.
How about not?
Okay. Would that cost you 1?
Yep.
Fine by me. Duality would like to rescue Ludmilla.
No blocks.
Is that at stealth or no?
It is. Rescues are at 1 stealth, I
One
believe.
Yes.
No blocks.
All right. He will pay for both, obviously. She must hunt.
No blocks.
Sorry, I forgot to burn blood off of Drusilla, so fix that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Rob, you blocking at my 1 stealth hunt?
Nope.
Okay. That's great. So my minions influence. I have no influence. Discard. I will discard this. I will draw a card. All right. I'm done.
All right. I will untap. Yay, untap. So I think Lady sounds like a regal title, so she should be famous.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, we should save the game right now, FYI.
I did.
Okay.
At the end of your turn. Okay. What sort of shenanigans should happen here? Marcellus would like to attempt to bleed. So bleed for 2. He's got +1.
Alright, bleed successful.
Alright. Because why the heck not? Zoe would like to attempt to pick up an ivory bow.
Sterling, as prey, you get the first pick on that.
I choose not to block.
Okay. I will use Forced Awakening
Okay.
to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tap WMRH Talk Radio to gain the +1 intercept necessary to block you.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Anything prearranged?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Skin Trap.
Okay. And that is basically
You
just...
cannot dodge, and you cannot make strikes unless
Okay.
you burn blood.
All right.
Immediately.
Yep. I'm, yeah. This is
Are
my
you
neutral
going-
face.
Okay. Would you like to burn a blood to make strikes?
No.
Okay. I need to discard down one of my cards, so I will discard a card.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I am going to maneuver it along.
All right. I am going to stay where I am.
Okay. I'm going to toss you a friendly wave.
I will toss you a less friendly wave, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
And then... I will Zephyr. She untaps at the end of turn.
Okay.
And, oh great, Rob dropped.
God.
Okay, Rob is back. Should we just load to the last saved game and try
Yeah,
and
let's
redo
just
everything?
load and redo it real quickly.
Okay.
So, I still have my skin trap. So I think this is.
So this
Prior-
is before I did anything.
Yeah.
So I had bled Sterling.
And your guy on taps. You hadn't bled Sterling yet at this point, had you?
He's
Yeah.
at 12, so he should yeah. Okay, let's redo that. He bleeds for 2.
Yeah. Someone want to spawn the edge?
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, Sterling's back down to 10. He does it.
Okay. So yeah. Zoe tried to.
Get an ivory bow.
Oh yeah. Forgot about. She's famous. Tried to get the ivory bow.
I came up. I skin tapped you.
Yeah, I maneuvered along.
We both waved, and I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cards. I'm fine right now.
Yep, I think I'm good as well.
Oh, I need to draw one for Forced Awakening. That's why.
Ah.
There we go. And I get to discard a card.
Okay, I'll go ahead and save. That was annoying. 2 transfers.
All right.
Oh yeah, the Zephyr. So she untaps
Yeah.
the end of my turn. It's not the end of my turn yet, but I just so. Francois Villon.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh yeah.
He's a dude with a hat.
Okay. So yeah, now it's the end of my turn. She'll untap. I guess I should actually make it my turn.
Which means now it should be Sterling's turn.
I am going to discard something right quick. Top of Ash Heap. That was untap, not draw. There we go. Now it's your turn, Sterling.
Alright. Untap.
Sounds like someone finally found another gun.
Okay. The lady would like a computer. A laptop computer to be.
Rob, would you like to block?
Nope, that's at stealth, right?
1 stealth.
Yep.
Andy?
Let's see. Marcellus would like to second tradition domain to block with 2 intercept.
Here's 2 stealth.
So he's at 3 stealth.
3 stealth. Interesting.
Very sneaky.
1, 2, 3 stealth.
3 stealth.
Okay. Well, here's Quicken Sight for 2 more intercept.
Here's 1 stealth.
So are we tied now? Because I have a
Let me
total of 4 intercept, and you have.
Here's 5 stealth. At inferior.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Huh.
Notably, if you fail to do so, you are tapped again.
Well, I don't think I untapped to begin with. Did I? Oh, yeah,
yes.
I do untap.
Yes, you do. And if you fail to block, you tap again.
No, well, if I successfully block, I tap anyway.
Yeah, it just means if you fail, you're back to being tapped.
Okay. Well, let's go for it. Enhanced senses, there's 2 more intercept.
Here's 1 more stealth.
Six.
Is that 1?
So it's 6 to 6 right now?
Looks like it.
I believe that means combat ensues.
Yep.
All right, I have nothing prearranged.
Neither do I. Let me send stuff to the ash heap.
Yeah, we should clean stuff up.
Okay, I'm just noting the intercept from my quick insight, or the maneuver
Gives you an extra maneuver.
which I intend on using.
You get a maneuver from your guns too.
Yeah, but
So you have a couple maneuvers.
Well, I have nothing till strikes.
okay, yeah, maneuvered along,
All right.
and
so
then strike is 2 ranged.
okay. All right. Any presses?
No.
Okay. All right.
Now, quick question. I'm going to ask this, so this may reveal a thing. If a vote is tied for a blood hunt, what happens?
I think you have to actually beat it, in order to destroy a vampire.
Let me double check that. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Yes, it must be. Okay, never mind then.
So yeah, Rob, we're in an extremely advantageous position.
In what sense?
If you want to call a blood hunt on the lady.
Well, he can't. He can't call a blood hunt on the lady. She is in torpor. Someone has to Diablerize her and then choose not to call the blood hunt.
But so yeah, there's no good. We would win the vote to cancel the blood hunt if you wanted to do that. Is what I meant to say.
I see.
But you might not want to do that because I get the impression that basically everybody at the table but you has a bucket full of Intercept.
That seems to be the case.
I'm sorry, my path of metamorphosis keeps not coming out, Sterling.
Oh, well, what can you do?
Not much.
The moment. Okay. Drusilla is going to use soul decoration at inferior.
So bleed at 1 stealth, Rob.
Stealth, yep.
Okay. No blocks.
All right. So that will be for. Okay. So that'll be for 1.
Bloop.
You have the edge.
Okay. And I will draw a card. Your turn, Rob.
Cool.
Untap, you burn a pool because fame is in play.
Oh.
Yeah, and unless I draw into some pretty specific cards, I might die to my own fame, which will be
That
entertaining.
would be utterly hilarious.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm gonna lose them there 2 pool there to play Island of Yaros
Okay.
for various reasons. Okay. Well, let's just see what happens. I'll try to bleed.
Let me look at the right order to play these cards in. I'm going to let it through at the moment. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Maybe I'll bounce it.
What's that?
What'd you say? Nothing?
I will play conditioning at inferior because that's the one that I have.
Okay. I'll let it through, so it's a bleed for 3.
Ooh, ooh.
You have the edge.
And then I'll freak drive.
Okay.
Cool.
Anything else?
Yes.
That's what I was waiting for.
I would like to call a vote. Kind resources contested.
Yeah, hey, Rob, speaking on that, let's talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
If you were to call this, what would your terms be?
Well, nothing I say now is actually binding. Right? Okay, so what would my terms be? I don't know. Dan, what would be amenable terms to you?
You're kind of a yappy little person, aren't you? So I don't trust you, so let's just do this. Read the winds, awaken, and
Probably
block.
the right call. Yeah, sure.
All right.
All right, maneuvers. I have none.
I have none.
I'm gonna tap Island of Yaros to give this guy some strengths.
How much
Specifically
strength?
+2.
All right. I am ready for strength when you are.
Cool. I attempt to slap you.
All right. I slap you back.
All right. I take 1 and you take many.
I take enough to go to torpor, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then I will pass the turn.
Awesome. Untap. I burn a pool. Master, Smiling Jack the Anarch.
Oh, joy.
You should not have countered those Path of Metamorphoses. Anyone countering this?
I got
Nope.
nothing.
Okay, then.
Nope.
Smiling Jack's in play. Rob, you've never seen Smiling Jack before.
I feel like I have.
Every untap phase, he gets a counter. For every counter, every other Methuselah in their untap phase burns that much life.
Yay. Anybody can burn it as a directed action.
Yep, you must take an action to do it.
Okay.
Let me take a look here.
Great. It's been a while since we saved and Rob has dropped.
Save quick.
No, it doesn't
matter.
If we do it with when you've truly dropped, we run into a problem here.
And I don't know when the autosave happens, but it's still listed as Rob's turn. So my guess is if it autosaves when we change turns, nothing that you have done on your turn or on Dan's turn is going to be saved.
Let Rob come back in, try the autosave.
Okay, so let me try this.
Come back.
Does everyone have the state that they had when we left?
Yes.
Okay, so I saved when I still thought that I was connected.
Oh, because you have the most recent state.
Because I have the most recent state. Okay, so new trick learned, level up.
Rob, you save at the end of every turn because
I
you're
will
the one who
save.
causes trouble.
I will especially save when people are like, "Oh my God, you dropped Rob." I'll mash Control S and we'll be good.
All right, sounds good. Okay, well, that was a rescue.
Yeah, let me look here. On the one... Alright. I'm just gonna... Master, minion... Influence... I'll just do that.
Did you burn one for the fame?
I did.
Okay.
That's why I was at 13. I went 16 took me to 13, took me to 12, and 4 takes me to 8.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yep. I'm going to do that just in case. I will discard a card. I will draw a card. It should be my turn. Master, minion, influence, discard. Andy, it is your turn.
All right. Untap all. Burn a pool for fame. Okay. Trying to think here. I have some cards in my hand that I was hoping to cycle, but nobody tried to do anything unpleasant to me. It's one of those weird situations where it's like, God damn it, why didn't anyone try and do something unpleasant to me? Well, let's see if we can have a bit of fun, perhaps. Marcellus would like to attempt to bleed.
For how much?
2 right now.
Any additional?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, Francois would like to steal 2 blood from a younger vampire. The younger vampire being Duality.
That is at +1 stealth.
That is correct.
Duality would like to block with the power of WHMR talk radio.
Cool. That's successful.
Awesome. We're ready for combat.
Yeah, I have nothing before strikes.
Let me think here. Nor do I.
Okay. I will... Three hand strikes.
Okay. I will Kraken's Kiss. Draw 2 to replace. Discard 1. So I will do a hand strike for strength +1 ranged damage. That's 2.
Okay.
And let me see if I drew into any boosters there.
All right.
Nope, sadly no.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you guys are playing additional strikes wrong.
Because how so? I'm not doing any additional strikes. Mine is a basic strike.
So you'd resolve this strike first, right? The hands versus hand. Kraken's Kiss. Then you'd play additional strikes.
Okay, so first he just does a regular hand strike.
Yes.
Okay. I was not aware of that.
Okay, so
because it says additional strikes or 2 additional strikes, not strike 3
2
strikes.
Okay.
Because then you could always change it later.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I strike you for 2.
Yep, I've taken that.
I take 1.
And then you'd play Blur, and then you'd have 2 different additional strikes, and then you'd resolve them normally.
So now you're making your 2 strikes, Andy?
Yep.
Boop, boop. And I
Okay.
sadly did not do 3, which would have otherwise sent you to torpor.
Well, that's fortunate. So, how much would I actually gain for this Taste of Vitae that I'm mostly playing just to cycle cards anyway?
I lost 1 blood from you.
That's what I thought. Alrighty then. I'm going to discard a card. And end my turn.
So untap. Untap. Alright. Blood Doll.
Fine
Okay.
by me.
Go ahead.
Okay. 4. Okay. Did I accidentally draw a card?
I don't know. Did you?
You only have 7 cards in hand.
No, that behind you I think was mine, so
Okay.
oops. Alright.
So, would it be possible to move those cards on Drusilla so just we can see the blood on her? Yeah.
Well,
Someone should save, by the way, just FYI, since we've gone through a lot of stuff. Cool.
alright.
Rob does a thing.
Drusilla will attempt to rescue the lady. Rob?
I am cool with that. I choose not to do anything.
Yeah, nothing from me.
Dan?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
She must hunt.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Yep, no response.
Really interesting.
Well, it sounds like he's choking on cards, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised that none of those are intercept.
Alright, I think
No,
I'm going
it
to.
truly astounds me as well. If you knew what the deck list was, it would be
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
Fair enough. Rob, it's your turn.
Are there many talk radios, and do they all do the same thing?
No,
They
there
do similar things, but.
are 2 talk radios. Each give intercept under slightly different condition. The news radio gives +1 intercept. The talk radio costs 1 less pool, so it costs 1 instead of 2. But if you fail to successfully intercept, it costs you a pool.
Ah.
And which one?
But you could
there's
hypothetically
one that
have-
I think gives 2 intercept, but it has to be played on like the second action
Oh,
or something
yes,
like
there's
that.
that one too, which is another news radio or TV station. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so untap. Boop. Master. Gonna do some masterful stuff. Dreams of the Sphinx just seems like a really good thing to have right now. Am I still the last person who successfully bled?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So I gained 1 pool during my... Okay, cool. So that
Gotta
is...
No,
remember
wait.
to do that.
Didn't I bleed successfully?
Yes, you
with-
bled Sterling.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
okay.
Francois.
Nothing. So Dreams of the Sphinx should cost you 1, Rob. Put you down to
Yeah.
4.
Boop. Right. Fudge.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You're playing close to the edge, man.
Yeah. I need to figure some stuff out. I'm going to try to get some more cards.
Cool. How you... Oh, with Dreams of the Sphinx. Sounds like there should be a token on that now.
There is a token on that now. Do you guys not see it?
I see it now.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd save rapidly as we were potentially not seeing the same game state. None of that was what I needed. None of it. Is Ludmila torped?
Yep, they're both torped.
They're both torped. Alright. Well.
You can probably bleed or call a vote without me blocking you.
So
I can
here's my
probably do
suggestion
that.
to you, Rob.
Yeah.
How about a directed action to get rid of Smiling Jack?
Let me offer you an even bigger counterpoint, Rob. That weakens Andy, and if you can take me down heavily enough in one turn, let it weaken Andy more, then you can oust us both. Which would be my recommendation.
Yeah, so you can do some pretty beefy bleeds, but I don't think you can burn through 8 pool with 1 vampire fast enough for Smiling Jack to not kill me first, giving him an additional 6.
Well, Smiling Jack's not going to kill you this turn.
So you can always do it next turn and still let you take 1 more. Because then you can't afford to fame Sterling.
Wait, isn't that only 1 per turn?
It's 1 per turn, but it increases every turn.
1 per X.
Yeah. So
One
it'll be
per
1...
the turns that the Methuselah that controls it.
Yeah, it'll be 1 after this cycle of turns, then it'll be 2. But you can take an action to burn it too if you want. That's your call.
I just don't know if that's the most beneficial thing for me.
That's a tough choice.
Mm-hmm.
It is true that, but then, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I got this thing. All right, let's see what I roll into. So I have kind of an unfortunate hand right now for what the point we're at, but perhaps I'll explain why at the end of the turn. So I'm gonna attempt to bleed.
I clearly can't block.
Oh shoot, that was the wrong vampire. All right, fine. I modify it with +1 bleed.
All right, cool.
That is not what I needed to draw into. All right, well, that is the turn for me.
All right. It is my turn. Untap. Smiling Jack gains a counter.
And so that's burn 1 pool or 1 blood from a vampire. Is that correct? Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Master. Nope. Minion. Nope. Influence. Nope. I'll just take 2 blood off for 4 transfers and gain 2. Discard. Discard. I'll draw a card. I'm done. It's your turn. Andy?
I'm kind of confused about something.
Okay.
So it looks like you...
Oh, from my pool, you're right. I should be at 7. Boop.
Well,
Thank
it
you.
looks like I have a log on here of you changing it, but then it didn't change on your thingy thing.
I just changed it. Did it properly change now?
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so it's me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, I will gain 1 from the edge.
Okay. Now you must also have the Smiling Jack effect.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and just burn a blood off of Francois, I suppose.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, did those guys not untap?
oh, yeah, they do untap. Master Phase. Blood Doll on Francois. And I will burn a blood off of him and put that in my pool. Haha.
Oh, I successfully bled.
Oh, that's right, you did. In that case, I lose a pool, because I did not have the edge. Haha. Well, Marcellus will attempt to bums rush the lady.
Okay. Alright. Successful.
Okay. I have nothing prearranged.
Pre-ranged horde form.
Okay. So
Oh.
I will go ahead and use the maneuver from Bums Rush to move to long.
Let's move maneuver back close.
Okay, in that case, I'll use the maneuver from the gun to move back to long.
Okay.
Ah. Okay, so my strike is going to be the 2 ranged.
Okay.
So do you just not go to 0? Because don't
Yeah,
you
just-
you prevent 1, don't you?
And she was already at 0.
Oh, was she? Oh yeah, because you had to pay
No,
for that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In that case, let's see. Francois would like to attempt to bleed for 2.
And I'm done.
Okay.
I was so hoping you had a bounce at this point. I was like, this would just be delightful.
Alas, no such luck.
Okay, so
And
that's,
now Andy is big and mean and on my tail.
so
Yep.
that's 6, correct?
It is.
Yep.
And victory point. Okay.
When this is done, I'd like to talk about some of the decks people had, because I'm curious what some of the plans were for them. Notably, Fame is gone, too, as is
Yes.
the Vampires attached to, so we are not under the auspices of Fame anymore. And poor Rob is tapped out.
Yeah, he is.
Yep. Andy can do some stuff now.
Well, I may as well go ahead and have Zoe attempt to bleed.
No blocks.
Okay.
Modifiers.
Nope.
So
That's
just
for
one? Boop, boop.
And deet. Am I gonna discard something? I will discard something. And Rob, you're up.
Okay. I untap and then this thing happens.
Yep, so you either lose a blood on your minion or lose a pool. I'd recommend on the minion.
Never. Yeah, that's what I'm definitely gonna do. Both your homies are still torqued.
No one's rescuing them.
No one's rescuing them. Well, in that case,
You're gonna rescue
would-
one of them because you're a kind and generous soul.
Dan, let us forget our past clashes.
all for this, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, so I'm going to govern the unaligned at the inferior level.
All right, I'm not gonna block.
He doesn't block. What? Burn blood.
Boop.
And you lose some stuff, and you did already. And so then I freak drive
Okay.
at superior, but I don't have to. It doesn't matter. Boop. Lose some blood. Getting a little low there. So, Andy, how do you feel about Dan?
Well, you don't want to get too comfortable with Andy because Andy's going to come out right after you. So.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand. I understand. The question is...
Well, the question is, can you kill off Dan this turn or not?
What exactly is your nefarious scheme?
I don't know. Am I allowed to even tell you? I have a KRC in my hand, but something tells me I'm going to need my my former cross-table allies.
You mean your
votes,
predator?
To make this happen, and considering he's my predator, I'm kind of guessing that's probably not a thing.
Well, okay, so full disclosure, I currently have 0 of the second tradition domain cards, of which
I think he means the fact that you have 4 votes. He has 2.
Yep.
That is specifically what
3.
I'm talking about.
Or 3 with the card, right?
Yeah, he has 2, 3 with the card, and he has the edge. So you have 2 votes over him if you choose to exert all of your efforts.
Oh, right. I did just bleed, didn't I? So
yes.
Yeah. Okay, actually, never mind. Enough with the political blabbing. I would like to call a KRC.
I'm choosing not to block. Andy, would you like to block?
Yeah, no blocks.
3 on Prime, 1 on Andy, because I have to do it that way.
Okay.
So, yeah, tappity tap tap.
Tap him.
There are currently
you can always take one.
Yeah, there are currently 3 in favor.
And then I'm going to discard this First Tradition Masquerade for a vote. It's a thing I can do right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was just making up game mechanics.
So there are 4 in favor.
And then I'm going to burn the edge to make sure. Oh.
Yeah, you can hang on to the edge before I announce the fact that both of my princes are voting against.
Okay. And so... Sure.
Never mind, just keep going. We'll look this up.
Okay.
I think it's can you use the vote card if you've already put out a vote card with a vote? Because I think on your turn, because you played KRC, you can't play another one. Mm-hmm. If it was someone else's turn, you could play it. But since you've already used your vote card by calling the vote, which has a vote built in, you can't play the other one.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, well, that changes a lot of things. Crap. All right. Funsies. How far do we want to try to reverse that?
You can take the card back into your hand. I mean, if you don't want to call KRC, that's your choice.
Well, I certainly don't if it's just going to lose.
Well, you can use it to cycle cards, and as far as we know, you could have,
you could draw into a vote booster too.
Yep.
That's true. But
Yep, you can get no more than 1 vote via a political action card.
Okay, that is good to know. I was actually not 100% clear on that. So
that is 633. So yeah, since you already getting a vote from a political action card, you could not do so.
Okay.
So you're not taking that playing that KRC then?
No, I thought that I had the votes to win.
Okay, so in that case, you probably want to untap him unless he's taking another action.
I'm gonna directed action bleed, Dan.
You already bled me.
I already did that once.
I already bled ya. Hey, pass turn.
Awesome sauce.
Well, let me go to my discard and get rid of something, and then it'll be pass turn.
All right.
There we go.
It is my turn. Huzzah. Untap. Speaking of which, I lose a pool. And Smilin' Jack gains one. Master.
So what do you lose the pool to?
Smilin' Jack.
It's each other Methuselah's untap phase.
During
the
my
card.
untap phase, I put one on Smiling Jack. On every other Methuselah's untap phase, they burn equal to the total on Jack.
Ah. Oh, okay. I see.
So, no Master phase. No Minion phase. My Influence phase. I'll take 2 blood off. Gain 2 more. Discard phase. I will discard this card. I will draw a card. It is your turn, Andy, and someone should save the game.
Okay.
Rob, how many games have you played?
Not a lot.
I think 4 or 5.
Yeah. Why is that? Why?
It's kind of at the point where, I don't know, it just seems like we do a lot of takebacks for you.
Fair enough.
It just kind of,
All right. Untap.
Smiling Jack triggers.
Smiling Jack. Okay, let's see. Who's gonna have what unfortunate things befall them? So you can mix and match what you burn, right?
Let me check that, actually.
Or does it all have to come off one thing?
Burns for each counter. So I think it's you do one or the other. Either you burn X blood from a vampire or you burn X pool.
Okay. What the hell? 2 pool. Why not? In which case,
you're real suffering there.
burn blood off of Francois, and I will boopity boop one back. Let me see here. Francois would like to attempt to bleed you.
At any stealth?
Nope.
I will attempt to block.
Okay. Your block is successful.
Boop boop.
All right. I have a thing pre-ranged,
Okay.
which is a concealed weapon for this 44 Magnum.
All right.
I'll pay the 2 for that. All right. So yeah, I've got a maneuvered along.
All right. No maneuvers here.
Okay, I have 2 ranged.
I will Majesty at Superior.
Okay. I will psych.
Save, Rob. Your Majesty did not show up.
Ah,
Did you save?
I did.
Good, because you just dropped, so you should
Yep.
come back in.
Blocking.
Welcome back, Rob.
There we go.
Okay, you played that psych, so combat ended. You spend a blood, Rob, for Majesty.
And so, does he torp or not?
Not
Nope,
yet.
because he's at 0.
Okay.
You have to lose blood at 0. But now that a new round of combat has started, how's this gonna go?
And does he also, he does or does not untap?
He
Does that successfully
he would
happen?
untap, except he entered combat again,
Oh, okay.
thanks to psych.
Okay, so yeah, nothing pre-ranged.
Rob?
Nothing here.
Yep, maneuvered along. And no maneuvers back to close, I assume?
Right.
Yeah, 2 ranged.
Blast me in the face.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to make a recommendation right here.
Yeah.
Unless we have any particular need, I believe this means that Andy has swept the table. We're all torped with no blood. We have no way of getting out. So unless Andy really wants to just continue to slap Rob around for a turn and then slap me around for a turn, I think we can call it in your favor, Andy.
Okay.
I mean, did you have something you were going to do that was kind of clever? Because we can see it.
So, well, Rob is currently at 3, correct?
Yeah.
So I was going to bleed him for 2 with Marcellus and then bleed him for 1 with Zoe.
Okay, that would oust him. Boom, you get 6 more. I'd put another one on Smilin' Jack, and then you would bleed me out next turn.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I think we can call this.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, anyone want to talk about their deck tech?
Sure. I will talk about my deck tech at the very least. So this was a Tzimisce Intercept wall deck. The intent was that I can get out an army of rats and Smilin' Jack, and between the two of them, generate a lot of annoyance to the rest of the table, and then just block anyone's attempts to get rid of them.
Yeah, that is remarkably similar to what I have going on, because I seem to have a thing with dead draws. So I have a bunch of methods for bloating and whatnot that all have, like, annoying clauses in them where other players can steal them as a directed action.
Uh-huh.
And then a bunch of intercept in case anyone tries to do that, like, is tempted to do that, I can intercept and shoot them with my 44s.
Nice.
Of which I have many. And so Zoe's sole purpose, basically, in this deck is something that she never got to serve. She's essentially to sit there during the early game and just play a whole bunch of these telepathic counters to reduce bleeds against me, and not do very much else other than that, while everyone else, each of whom has the title of Prince, basically just constantly second tradition domains to block everything.
Yeah. I would have brought out Lady Zara if it weren't for the fact that someone else brought out Lady Zara.
Sorry.
No problem. I wasn't sure if Ludmilja was also one on your list.
No. Well, if you notice, my deck was Obfuscate, Vicissitudes.
I noticed that after a bit, but I wasn't sure if when I was bringing her out that was going to cause a conflict. But yeah, so in theory, like I said, I'd have all 3 of them out, and I'd be able to run around blocking a lot. I didn't get to put out any of my animal minions because I was just kept being short on things. Also, in my hand, I had another Smilin' Jack. So when you're like, burn Smiling Jack, I'm like, I'm just going to put him out again.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an attempt at, how like the gang roll tend to do ag stealth bleed, to do ag stealth bleed plus actual stealth. And, I think I got kind of choked up on stealth, so I think I might need more of the barons or some, other ways to cycle cards.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. The part of the problem with, unfortunately, with like the combat cards is you need enough of them that you always have something good in your hand. But if you're not getting into fights, it's completely wasted.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
I think it was...
Oh, go ahead.
I think I was actually getting more stuck on stealth cards.
Oh, and then no one was trying to intercept, so no reason to play them.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that was kind of probably just a little bit of bad board positioning for you, because Rob isn't running any intercept. If it were either me or Dan, it sounds like you actually might have been able to go off, because you would have been able to cycle into good cards.
Mm-hmm. True. Though it was fun, going, by the way, I have now this one vampire that can control all of your minions.
that was pretty good.
That was probably one of the greatest moments I've seen in a long time for VtES. I'm taking him. He diablerizes your own minion, and oh, the guilt, the humanity. It's so terrible. Kill me now.
What else was I supposed to do?
Oh, I don't blame you. That was great.
But yeah, so one thing I like to do in stealth decks, and I don't know if people have strong feelings on this, is, it's mostly the stealth, but then you have, like, maybe just one or a few just utter blowout combat cards. Because everyone always attempts to block you just to try and see if they can get you to run out of stealth or whatever. But then, just that one time, it's like, oh, no stealth.
No, I actually agree. It's nice to have something for if you get caught, and either it's something that's like really terrifying, and they see it once, and everyone's like, "Oh shoot, I can't block him," or it's just something like that stupid gangrel form of mist. Oh yeah, strike, combat ends, and I keep doing my action.
Yeah. But then there's like that one. I think it's a dementation card where it's just, oh, you go to torpor.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm super sorry. I was trying to drag into doing one more damage with Kraken's thing so I could torp Francois, but I just didn't try into it, which is a real shame.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, because normally you draw the Horde form, so your strength is +1, then you do strength +1 damage, which is 3, which is auto-torp. Which is beautiful. You take 3 damage and you're in torpor. Have fun.
Okay, well, that was an exciting, rousing, interesting game. I hope everyone had fun. We should probably sign off, because we've been going for 2 hours now. Yay.
Yeah, I think we can end our stream. This was definitely a fun game, a good playing with folks, and some interesting interactions between decks.
Yeah, all right. Well, this is all of us signing off.
Good stuff. See you guys later.
Oh, one thing.
Enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Before we actually sign off, are we done recording?